figure reviews, toy hunts, unboxing and rankings, unboxing and displays, etc. All right, YouTube, Trolls Toys, back at you with another video. And today I would call it a quick unboxing, but it's really more of a quick unbagging, because we bought a bunch of WWE MOTU crossovers at the same time we bought all of our superstars. Loose, primarily, almost all of them you're going to see in this video, other than the one I'm holding in my hand. This one came from Rowdy's Fleas, which is the flea market outside of the Emporium of Retro and Interesting Collectibles. This is obviously Man-E Faces, the New Day version. We picked him up there, but all the other figures you're going to see in this unbagging we got from That's Entertainment in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. So sort of more of the smaller location. But they had someone trade in a bunch of superstars and MOTUs. I just haven't opened any of these or unbagged them because I didn't have anywhere to put them. But I'm basically I am saying goodbye to my vintage Ninja Turtles, right, that I'm just dabbling in. Gonna sell those on Whatnot, along with some other miscellaneous figs, right, to make room for these guys, our WWE MOTU collection. So we got New Day from Emporium of Retro and Interesting Collectibles, basically. And then we're going to get into a massive unbagging, right? That's what I'm going to call it, because they're all in Ziploc bags, because most of these didn't even make it to the That's Entertainment Fitchburg show floor, because he just let me pick through them before he got them put out. So we got the Undertaker, the MOTU crossover, and he's sort of in translucent plastic, I guess you'd call it. He's pretty badass looking. So I'm pretty happy to have all of these. And we'll try to rank them when we're done. This is going to be quite a few. This is going to be like a massive unbagging like we did with the superstars. So without further ado, we're just going to line them up. And we'll obviously have a couple of fig-tastrophes, right? Because I'm not using stands. And when I don't use stands, that always happens. This next one is pretty kick-ass, right? We got Mr. T. And I don't know who these are supposed to be crossovers with, and I guess this is like Fisto or Jitsu, or a combination of both, it looks like. But he's pretty fucking badass as well, right? Mr. T might actually go on my A-Team / Mr. T shelf. I have not decided. Well, I was trying to get his little armor connected, but I'm not even going to bother fucking with that at the moment. So we got Mr. T. I guess he's a crossover of Fisto and Jitsu. I haven't done any research. You know, so there you go, fig-tastrophe already. I'm going to get some stands. All right, so maybe we'll avert fig-tastrophes moving forward. This may sound terrible to say, but I don't even know which ones I bought, because I bought them over a couple of different purchases. But it's been a while. So we're going to see. We got Sergeant Slaughter. I'm guessing he's Sergeant Slaughter, Man-at-Arms. That's what it looks like to me. We'll try to get his shoulder pads on, elbow pad, scepter. We got his hat. So let's see if we can get him equipped. All right, so I don't know. If you've been watching my videos, you know I'm a big Mr. T guy, and I'm a big Sergeant Slaughter guy. So I got to say, New Day is probably my least favorite so far, Man-E Faces. And these two guys might be a couple of my favorites, right? So that's cool. And I'm just going to go down to the bag as we go. We got The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Okay. And he comes with blast effects and another scepter, so we'll get him equipped. Also a big fan of The Rock, right? And like I said, I didn't do all my research for this video, right? Because I'm just not the type of guy I am. I just do shit for fun. So I can't name out who all the crossovers are for at the moment. If you know, you know. But I just think these figures look pretty badass. That's why I started getting into them. But they obviously came out like 5 years ago, I think it was, or close. So And we just started collecting less than a year ago, so we were having some difficulty finding them. So with that being said, we didn't have them all. All right, we got another copy of Manny Face or New Day, because obviously there's 3 different face sculpts, and we want to be able to display all 3, I believe, for the New Day, Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. So we're going to be -1. But since he's the same figure, we're just going to put him behind this one over here for the time being. Or actually, we just put him out of frame. So we got 2 New Days E-Faces. I don't know what the figure's actual name was either. So here's another banger. I mean, these are probably, some of them are going to go in with the crossovers, but what I'm more than likely doing with most of these is putting them in my individual wrestler shelf, because I have a shelf for The Rock. I have one for Mr. T. I don't have one for, well, Mr. T is more of an A-team, but I've been putting his wrestling figures in there with him, seeing he's obviously the biggest star. Yeah, so, and bear with me as I'm struggling here. Well, hell, you'll get the point. We got Jake the Snake Roberts, and we have a Jake the Snake Roberts shelf, so he'll go on that. Obviously, if you have Jake the Snake, he's got to come equipped with Damien. Obviously, once again, not sure on the crossover, but so far we got a couple of New Day E-Faces. We got Undertaker, Rock, Mr. T, Jake the Snake, Sergeant Slaughter. I hate to sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but don't know all the crossovers, but I'm assuming JYD, Junkyard Dog, is Spike or crossover. Also, don't know if he had any other accessories, but this is what we have, and it looks badass to me, so there we go. Up next, we got Time to Play the Game, Triple H, which I would say is a crossover with Skeletor. Had to hazard a guess. Right. But looking pretty nice as well. Damn it. I can't get this the hammer to stay in his hand to save my life. It's like the hammer is slightly too big for his hand. But there's Triple H, looking rather gnarly. All right, fuck it. I can't get the hammer to stay in his hand, so we're just going to put it over by his feet, because I think his hand is slightly loosey-goosey. All right, we got the Demon Finn Balor crossover. He comes with these tassels, black and red. Where they're supposed to attach, I'm assuming to his wrist, right? But he's got 2 sets. So we're not going to put him on him right now. We're just going to get him over and out of the way. Like I said, they had quite a few, as you can tell, so we picked them up over a couple of trips, and we still didn't get them all because our wallet, well, I guess I could have got them all, but at the time I was like, my wallet has suffered a beating enough. So we're still carrying on. We're not done. We got the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and he's got the sort of the attachments in lieu of hands, but he does have hands as well. So once looking pretty good. Rest in peace, Bray. The majority of these are older wrestlers, right? Which I am prone to like more than the newer talent, if I'm being honest. I do still watch WWE, but not all the shows, and I don't stay up to it week to week like I did since they moved the pay-per-views off of Peacock. I'm like, well, fuck you. I'm not paying $30 or whatever the bullshit is for ESPN. So, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, looking pretty good as well. Now we're down to our final 3. And so coming up next, we're going to have Stone Cold as Trap Jaw. So I don't know, is it Cold Jaw? Is it Stone Jaw? I have no idea. But once again, he's probably one of my least favorite, if I'm being honest. I even was like, should I get him? Because I'm not a big Stone Cold guy. He does have this other attachment. And I'm not the hugest in MOTU. I dabble in the 7-inch MOTUs. I do have a few 5.5s, but they're also part of that Whatnot show as leaving the collection because I got to make room, so I don't need 5.5-inch Masters of the Universe. And I guess I could mention the Whatnot show, not that I have to advertise it, but we're doing that. You're going to be seeing this video coming out Sunday morning, and we're doing the Whatnot show Sunday night, 7 p.m. My name on Whatnot's JT Bird 33. So if you wanted to stop by and check out what we're saying goodbye to, please feel free. It's like really, I did do one little action figure pop-up, I'll call it, and sold a couple of Mortal Kombat figs, and then I sold a couple of wrestling figures, but this is really my first full-fledged endeavor into trying to make room, not really trying to make money per se, just need some room in my little toy room area, and that's why some of our lines are going to have to go. Up next, we got Rey Mysterio, and they had two different versions of Rey Mysterio there, but I had to pick one, so that's what I did. And once we get him on the stand, you will see he is as Stratos. See, one I know, and my 5.5-inch Stratos is leaving, right? The regular Stratos. And we're saving the 8th wonder of the world for last. We got Andre the Giant. And he's going to stand taller than all the rest of them, intentionally, I believe. Because he did stand taller than all the rest of them, so that sort of makes sense. And we'll move over here to look at Andre because we're running out of room, but there's Andre the Giant, Master of the Universe crossover WWE. Who's pretty badass as well. So how many did we have in total? Can I count? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 MOTU WWE crossovers. If I had to rank them, probably gonna put Stone Cold last. I'm just not a big fan of the figure. We'll go with the New Day E-Faces in 13th place. Finn Balor will be 12th just because from a talent perspective, he's not my favorite. And sorry, Shambles. I had to go mobile and portable, my bad. Let me see if I can get this back on the table. All right, so Bray Wyatt's going to be 12th. Rest in peace, Bray. Oh, no, sorry. 14th, 13th. 14th, 13th. 12th, 11th. Bray Wyatt's going to be 11th. And we're trying to make some room. This is a little bit shambly. We're going to go Triple H in 10th. It sort of pisses me off that I can't get the hammer to stay in his hand. Ninth place. And it's going to be no surprise that the wrestlers I like the best are going to be higher on the list, I would say. Ninth place probably going to be Junkyard Dog. I love JYD, but figure's just a little lacking other than the spike or vest. And there's two E-Faces, so I guess really this is going to be 8th place because my math sucks. 1, 2, yeah. Shit. 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th. Can I not count? Oh, yeah, we got two Manny faces. Shit. So 13th is So Cold. 12th, New Day faces. 11th, Finn Balor. 10th, Bray Wyatt. 9th, Triple H. 8th, JYD. 7th, we're probably going to go The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. And I do like how he came with a little electric effects. That's pretty cool. 7th, 6th, we're going to go with The Undertaker. Right? He looks pretty smooth. 5th, we're going to go probably Stratos, Rey Mysterio. 4th, we'll go Jake the Snake. 3rd, I'm going to go with the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. 2nd, I think I'm going to go with Sergeant Slaughter. And in 1st place, no surprise, I pity the fool. Right, we're going to go with Mr. T. Right, so that's 14 figures, 2 being duplicates because of the New Day faces from the WWE Masters of the Universe crossover line that we're happy to finally get unbagged, and now we can get them on a shelf that we've cleared now that we have room for them. So as always, this has been Trolls Toys. I truly appreciate you watching my videos, and we'll see you soon. Peace.